You've clicked on this video because you are in perimenopause to menopause and you cannot lose the weight. Most likely what you used to do is no longer working and you feel that it's you. But you're in the right place and you're not alone. I help women in perimenopause to menopause lose the weight without dieting using macronutrients. In this video, I'm actually going to go over 2 tips with you to help you to get the scale moving. If you find that you're absolutely frustrated and you just need to get started and you're tired of trying to figure it out, you can book your free consultation with me at the link below in the description. So let's dive in. In my research calls that I do periodically with women just like you who are coming into perimenopause or menopause, you tell me, I feel like I'm doing everything right, Michelle, and nothing's working. So I'm going to share with you where a lot of ladies just like you or generally are when they come to me, and tell me if this resonates with you. Drop down in the comment, is this you? Tell me, are you making the same mistakes so that I have an idea where you're at and we kind of move forward from there, okay? So the first step is, Michelle, I'm really getting a lot of protein and I feel like I'm doing all I need to do. Let's take a step back, okay? Why do we need protein? Why does it matter in perimenopause to menopause? And then I'm going to break down exactly how to do it and the common mistakes. First of all, we do not need protein just to get big muscles. Now, they definitely make big muscles, but in perimenopause to menopause, we actually need protein, the right protein, and we're gonna get into that, the right protein, okay? We're looking at a high quality, complete protein, and I'm gonna share with you what those are. We need a high quality protein so that our body has the right type of food to produce the right type of hormones. Now, I wanna say that again because I know this might shake it up and this might not make sense right now, okay? Our bodies require the right nutrients or food in order to make hormones. Yes, even in perimenopause to menopause. Though your ovaries are slowing the production of those hormones that help us lose weight, right? Body fat, estrogen, progesterone, testosterone, and many more, our body can still produce those hormones with the right nutrients. But what happens is we hit perimenopause and menopause, we were never eating right to begin with. And so we have this screeching stop or halt in our body image or our belly fat, and the scale is going up because we're doing the things that used to work and they're not gonna work anymore from here, okay? So here's the number 1 mistake that I see. The number 1 mistake I see is we are striving to meet our protein through low quality protein. Let's look at this. There are a few things you need to understand in order to move forward. There are complete protein sources and there are non-complete protein sources. A complete protein source has all the amino acids. Now, you don't need to know all of that. I'm just explaining it to you. But a complete protein source is going to be generally all your animal products, dairy, and then some plant-based, okay? So you understand that. So a complete protein has the full functionality to help your body produce all those hormones, even insulin. An incomplete protein would be those proteins that are missing an amino acid. And what happens is, if you're consuming a lot of plant-based proteins, not that plant-based is not good, we definitely need plant-based sources of protein for the nutrients, but plant-based proteins that are incomplete do not have the full functionality and are not helping your body produce those hormones, okay? I'm gonna show you the common mistakes first, and then we're gonna look at how to fix that. So the common mistakes is women are trying to get protein by quick, low quality sources. Things like lunch meat, things like bacon, things like cheese. I know, I'm not telling you can't eat cheese, but let me give you a little scoop on the cheese. Cheese is okay in moderation, but when we're trying to aim for protein with the source of cheese solely, cheese is high in saturated fats, and that is actually not going to help you lose weight or body fat, and It's inflammatory. Yes, ma'am. So let you know, if you're in perimenopause or menopause, we really want to look at foods that are not inflammatory, okay? So what are some foods we're talking about that are quick and we can talk about, okay? We're looking at high quality. High quality means it's generally a whole food in source. Not that you can't get it already made, but it needs to not have a lot of processing. For instance, you can buy a rotisserie chicken. One of my favorite things to do, a rotisserie chicken. Make all kind of things, chicken salad, chicken sandwiches, go on and on and on, right? Basically, whole chicken will be a complete protein source that's high quality. And when you consume it, you are getting the full functionality of hormones. So your body's able to produce insulin, progesterone, testosterone, those hormones that we need to lose belly fat and fat, okay? Also shrimp. I buy it made up, right? You don't have to boil everything. This is as quick as at Costco or wherever you want to go. Shrimp, seafood, fish, tuna fish, right? We want to do the tuna fish generally in the water and not the oil without the saturated fat. That's what we're focusing on. High quality, complete protein sources. That's why if we're striving to get protein and we're not consuming the right type of protein, we're not going to see the change in our body composition or the way we look. We're not going to build lean muscle, and we're also not going to feel good. Now, it also helps a lot. How many of you, let me know down in the comments below, which of these symptoms do you have? Hot flashes, brain fog, trouble sleeping. How many of you have PCOS? Sugar cravings. These are all symptoms of a hormonal imbalance. And just consuming a high quality protein, complete protein, will help your body adjust and be able to produce some of those missing hormones. Now, you notice I said some. There's two other main macronutrients, and we're not going to cover those in those videos, but I will give you the name to those, okay? We'll talk about those maybe a little along the lines later, are carbohydrates and actually the fats. But today I just wanted to really cover about the proteins. Let's take a step back. We've identified something that you can start doing right now. How do you know how much protein you're eating? I would encourage you for the next 30 days to download a food tracking app, generally on your phone, so you'll actually use it, okay? If you need a link, I've got one down in the description. You can download that, and they generally have a free trial for 30 days, and I would encourage you to use that version of it so that you can see. You're going to track or log your foods within that food tracking app, and it's going to show you how much proteins, fats, and carbs or whatnot are in each food. I just want you to start by just tracking your foods. Just track for the next 30 days. And after about 7 days, I want you to go back and I want you to look at the amount of protein that you're consuming on average. On an average week per day, what are you averaging? From here, you need to be consuming 1 gram of complete high nutrient protein per the body weight that you want to be. Just an average lady on here is going to be 1 gram. So if you want to be 130 pounds, you starting out, your long end game would be 130 grams of protein. That's not what you're going to start out doing. That's your long end game. You're going to track with a food tracking app, with the one that's down in the description below, and it will help you identify how much protein you're at the end of the week. Again, at the end of the week, I want you to go back and look at your total amount of protein that you've consumed. And from there, you're going to take that number. Most ladies, so you don't feel like you're out of sorts and alone, start at around 40 to 60 grams starting out. That's okay, but that's where you're at. We're gonna take, say, 60 grams, and we're gonna take that 60 grams, and we're just going to aim the next week to add 10 to 20. Your next goal next week would be 70 to 80 grams of protein. And how do you know? You're going to keep tracking your foods. Keep tracking your foods. And if you do nothing else, just track your proteins so we can look at your proteins. Generally, your higher source. Yes, proteins in a lot of other foods, but generally what you're looking at. But I would encourage you to track for 30 consistent days so we can get a look at that. Let me know if this makes sense to you. Where are you at on your journey? Are you just starting out? Are you just coming into perimenopause? Menopause? What symptoms are you experiencing to date that you're absolutely over with and would like to really take some action? If this video resonated with you and you're at a point that I'm ready for you to take me by my hand, Michelle, and I would really like to see how I could get started, you can book your free consultation and you can find the link below in the description. And be sure to watch the next video.